Hello, hello, and welcome to today's family program. I'm Dr. Kitcher, and it's always a joy for us to be here with you. I'm so glad that today we have another opportunity to enrich ourselves in knowledge and also share best ideas as far as our relationship with other people on this planet is concerned. I would like, especially those who are here for the first time, to know that this program is built one on the other. So I encourage everybody to go watch the previous program so that you'll be abreast with what is going on here. For everyone else, I would also encourage you to like this channel and also share the link with friends so they can join you in watching. This is so important for us. Why? Because what we have here, we want as many as possible to, get access to it. Share with friends, invite others, tell them about it, which other platforms you are on. You can always make sure you inform them about this, and we will really be appreciative of that. Thank you so much. So today we are continuing, but as you know, we are looking at the series of working in teams, and we have talked about the stages of development of teams. We said, first of all, there is the forming stage, there is the storming stage, there is the norming stage, which we looked at last week. And today we are going to continue to look at the performing stage. The performing stage. Now the group has been formed. The group has formed on what matters. The group is now in a norm, and now it is time for action, performance time. At this time, team members have gained insight of what it is that they have to do. They have known a lot of personal and team processes and have better understanding of each other's strengths and weaknesses, threats and opportunities that are there. It is very important at this time of performance that these things are dealt with. When you know the strength, the weakness, the opportunities, and even the threats that are within your team, you will know who to entrust or who to assign to what, task. And it makes it so wonderful. As you can see in the world, everybody does not have the same strength. Strength is distributed in a way that people need to come together in order to make a whole, strong body. And that is why teamwork is very, very important. Any performance that goes before maybe practice or training or preparation begins with a failure. Proper preparation will prevent poor performance. It is very important that as teams come together, we understand that time for action is not a time for trial. It is a time for execution of what we have actually dealt with. The group at this point would have developed some strategies for avoiding or resolving conflicts. They may have had some general agreement on steps, guidelines, and ways that they would operate. This is absolutely important. Why? Because if there is no agreement as to best practices, as to what we do in relation with A, B, or C, then everybody will be doing what he or she feels is best. When we are a team, it means we subscribe and assign to one thing. And so long as that thing is working, we are going to follow through. This is absolutely important. You see, many people get good individuals to come to fit in a place. And once they put them together as a team, because they have not gone through the forming, the storming, the norming, then when it comes to performance, there is problem. So once we go through all this and we get to the place of performance, we should understand also that we may have to be flexible. Why? Because when you are doing something, say for the first time, you could make some mistakes, or you could, see things happening not in the way that you are used to. So we must build in some, flexibility. And talking about flexibility, we need to make sure that we always go back to the drawing board and make sure we don't sway away from the agreed norms. And what we have said is, our position. Performing teams actually identify everybody on every aspect. So when we are talking about knowing the strengths and the weaknesses, the opportunities and the threats and so on and so forth, it comes out of each individual opening up and showing what you can do. And when we are talking about performance, we are not talking about acting. We are not talking about faking. We are not talking about just talking about it or trying to do something. No, we are talking about when you are on the real battlefield, when live bullets, when everything is supposed to be done with precision. So don't be in a hurry to get into the performing stage. Before you get into performance, make sure you are truly formed. Make sure you have stormed every place that needs to be stormed to know that you are in the right place. Also, make sure that there is a normalization of understanding, attitudes, and everybody is clear with the task at hand and understands the vision ahead. This is when you can step out beautifully into performance. Many people start performing and then they realize they have missed something. And on the stage, there is no time to go back, retrain, and reappear. You don't have a second chance to make a first impression. So I want you to understand that in life, teams are necessary. But team is not just getting people together. It is getting like-minded people who have agreed to subscribe to one task and commit to serve and impute that that task is achieved. They will learn, they will go through the high and the low, and they will never give up. Well, this is today's family program. I'm Dr. Albert Kitcher. And we will get back to you next week. But before then, I want you to know that as a team player, remember, performance opens you up to the wider world. So don't give up. Get yourselves ready. I hope by now you know where you are, at least in the stages of development of yourself, your team, and your life. Be a team player. Don't be an outsider. I wish you all the best until I see you again next week. Remember, we are here to make a difference. We are not here to occupy space. Let performance be done at the right time with the right purpose. See you next week. And this has been your favorite program, Today's Family. And I'm Dr. Albert Kitcher. See you next week. Bye-bye.